Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a very odd video that I want to talk about today. And it's kind of, unfortunately, disappointing news on where the future of the game is heading. Now, it's kind of, there's a bittersweetness to it all. What we're going to talk about is probably one of the most drastic meta changes I think I maybe have ever seen in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We're talking about Darth Malus and the inevitable timeline, the guarantee that he's having that he's fallen off where he used to be. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because just recently in a Grand Arena, I brought Darth Malus on offense because his defensive flair that he used to boast about is completely obsolete where I'm at, and it's coming to a Grand Arena near you. Let's talk about the jerk that's doing all this. Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. He's changed the game drastically. One of the most impactful things I've seen in a while, especially for Grand Arena, and then of course in the territory battles. Point aside, the adoption rates for Jedi Knight Cal Kestis are only going to go up. I suspect he's going to return back probably September. I would be surprised if he go beyond October and he doesn't come back. But the downside of Jedi Knight Cal Kestis is every new unlock means one day closer to Darth Malus becoming obsolete on defense. And generally what happens, this is something that happens steadily over time. Like Darth Revan, man. Remember, like Darth, it took a while to really chip him down. Like this guy, it's like Iron Man just snapping on Thanos, literally in a split second. It's literally what happened. It's time to put your elite gaming skills to the test and become the ruler of the Origin in the one and only Nexus War. Nexus War combines several amazing layers of gameplay into one game. Explore, build, plunder, socialize, and battle in this one-of-a-kind sci-fi game. You can recruit mighty heroes such as humans, Izans, Ayokus, Dias, and each of these factions brings a variety of skills and talents, and build the ultimate army. Unlock amazing heroes such as, oh hey no, talk about a banger of a character. My gosh, look at those polygons, baby. You can collect many other heroes like Sintra, a cybernetic warrior who broke free from her chains of humanity and uses an epic dual-bladed weapon to put fear in our foes. With these heroes, we need you to engage in a variety of gameplay, such as facing epic bosses in PvE or dominating the PvP and becoming the greatest player of all time in Nexus War. The time has come to build your own empire in a universe far away and unite the factions for galactic stability. To do so, use my link down below or scan my QR code and use the gift code NW Hero Pack with over $100 worth of rewards. Limited to 100 codes. First come, first serve, baby. So download it now. Generally, we see like things get chopped away. Depreciation happens in the game. A new team's not always going to be the best. It's going to slowly depreciate. But Malus, man, when he came out last year, July, summer 2022, I've been having him on defense literally from the day he came out to basically just recently. August 25th, 2023 was the day I was like, I think his days on defense are over. And it's only going to become more prevalent for your guys' as Grand Arenas as Malus's counterpart, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, his nemesis, comes out. And Jedi Knight Cal Kestis isn't all that bad to get. People are going to chase him. He's got great requirements. He's great for countering Malus, a variety of teams, helping Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight Revan, Jedi Knight Luke. The list goes on what Jedi Knight Cal Kestis is offering. It's just, it's a little disappointing. It's a tough pill to swallow. I think the reason why I'm putting this out there is because I always like to kind of give you that heads up where the game is going. So when you're investing in Malus, which right now the bright side is there's only like roughly 2,000-3,000 Jedi Knight Cal Kestis that are unlocked at the moment, and those are mostly prevalent in the upper echelons of Kyber. Where I'm at, basically everyone has Cal Kestis, and as I'm going to show you some numbers here, Darth Malus with Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, it's near like 100% success rate, somewhere between 80 to 100%, varying on datacrons, mods, and all that other stuff. But generally for me, I bring in Bastila, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, whatever I want, Mace Windu, Hermit Yoda, whatever's left around, boom, knock them out. And what this has done is it allows me to split my Jedi into so many different viable teams, because before you need to combine everything. And if you use Jedi Revan, Jedi Knight Luke on Master Luke, it's like, oh, I don't really have anything for Malus. Well, now you do. Cal with literally anything. Remember day one, I put like Bastila with Cal, with Plo and Eth, Koth, Jedi Guardian. was able to dunk on it. And the thing that Malgus was so core about is Malgus was as close as you could really get to a Galactic Legend on defense without being specifically called out as a Galactic Legend. And that's the funny thing that Malgus is all about. When Malgus is on defense, yeah, in 5v5, you maybe had the opportunity of using Jedi against Skywalker. Very dirty battle, but possible. 3v3, not so much. 3v3, you basically almost need to throw like a Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, a Master Luke, a Galactic Legend of some variant. Ideally not like Lord Vader, because sometimes you just time out, unfortunately. But the point being is you had the earmark of Galactic Legend, which means you had to pull an extra Galactic Legend off defense or use it on a team you'd rather not. You'd maybe want to save Supreme Leader Kylo Ren for, I don't know, a Lord Vader, not Malgus. And all of a sudden, it's funny how it works. It's crazy how an insta-kill just makes a team so much better. A team that's pretty much immune to fear and has insta-kills. All the hard counter stuff that comes on to Darth Malgus. And I want to just show you the data here in case you don't believe me. Then the question is going to be, what is the future of Darth Malgus looking like? This is one of the more popular characters out here. Even for a Conquest character, the adoption rate was very strong for Darth Malgus. People pushed hard on the Conquest. People got the passes. People worked hard on the Proving Grounds, picked up the shards when they can. This, I'd say, aside from Commander Town and Maul, this was probably the third best Conquest, you know what I mean, ignoring Razor Crest and the Fury Class Interceptor and their impact on fleets. Probably the third best character to release. And I'm hoping he's going to maintain that. Like, even Commander Tano and Maul, I feel like they haven't, and they're not Omicron specific. They don't have Grander and Omicrons, and I feel like they've maintained their flair a lot longer than Malgus has. But if we take a look at the data over here, when we analyze all these different points here, this is just the defensive side of things. A variety of Malgus, his variety of Jedi compositions. It's like, it feels, you know, I feel like you have to try to lose these battles. This is what the Datacron being in Malgus' favor with all the max health, max protection. So the data is going to be even more skewed towards Malgus' favor, most likely. But you're seeing a variety of things. Like, I think this is overkill. Why put Jedi Luke there? You don't need Jedi Luke. See Malgus. Just use Bastila Shan. Bastila Shan's not an important metric in the meta right now. Jedi Luke is. You could use him with Jedi Knight Revan, you know, to battle some stuff. Jedi Master, like, you know, much rather use him somewhere else. You know, we're seeing things of Jedi Knight Revan handle things. My personal favorite, look at Bastila Shan. Throw in Bastila Shan, Cal, that's all you need. Cal's going to do all the heavy lifting. He gets the insta-kill very quickly, gets the job done. It's just, I've never seen, to my knowledge, a character that just went from like hero, I don't want to say zero. The question I'm posing here, what do we do with the guy? For a character that was really designed to be a defensive Grand Arena powerhouse, in the next coming months, Cal Kestis is going to become more adopted over time. It's just a fact of life. We think it's so far away. It's not. These, especially legendaries, you know, things of this matter, things that are journey events that aren't too complicated to get, especially Gear 12. Remember, Gear 12 is needed to get Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. Doesn't need months of conquest and proving grounds grind. It's just a couple of Gear 12 characters, very manageable event. It's going to come a lot sooner than you think. Some people think it always takes years for stuff to happen. It doesn't. It's like, remember when, like, I don't know, Jedi Luke. Jedi Luke when came out, you know, only some people had him. Everyone's got like Jedi Luke, I swear, nowadays. It's not that hard of a character to get. Jedi Cal Kestis is going to be the same. So the question is, what do I do with this guy? Because he's giving max banners on defense for lowest cheese type things. Like, look at this, 100%. Like, it's all just 100% across the board. Absolutely nuts. And we got a couple of oddballs down there. Not a lot of data, though. But the point is, Malgus' time on defense is coming to a close. It's just a matter of how much longer until it affects you. And I suspect every single time a new unlock round comes for Cal, again, September, October, likely, just that it's coming closer. And I want to guilt you. Just know, when you unlock Jedi Cal Kestis, you're moving Darth Malgus to the grave just a little bit fast. That's just how the game works. Could we take on some Galactic Legends? On the bright side, you know, you can maybe, you know, handle some Jedi Master Luke teams. All right. You know, not the most popular Galactic Legend on defense, but, you know, 70% win rate. Okay. Not looking like he's going to work against Kenobi. Insta-kill Tano's going to ruin it. Probably not going to happen to Jabba. Too hard to kill off. Insta-kills. Lord Vader, probably going to get timed out. Lord Vader, Malgus, they just, like, time each other out, I swear. Not really anything too crazy against Galactic Legends. Rey, you know, you don't really have a ton of opportunities. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, probably no dice there. Rey's got her son of Whirlwind that can just kill off Malgus. It's really just weird to see that it's likely not, at least right now. I mean, of course, Datacrons could alter, but when we look at the Galactic Legend realm, just in total, 36% win rate, and it, you know, it's nothing really confidence inspiring, and it's mostly being lifted by the Jedi Master Luke battles that we're seeing. But keep in mind, you can kind of beat Jedi Master Luke without Darth Malgus. Darth Revan, Bastila, Wat Tambor, barring Datacrons, very easy way of handling Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. So, all right, well, what about non-Galactic Legend stuff? Let's take a look at that. On the bright side, I could still see some uses for the guy. If he's going to become extinct on defense, you know, it's crazy. It's just like it literally was a flip of a switch. It wasn't even a gradual change. Nonetheless, I digress. You know, we could see it maybe handling, you know, maybe Star Killer teams if you see them on defense. You know, maybe not. You don't see Star Killer too much in defense. But really, you're seeing things like maybe Admiral Raddus, Commander Luke Skywalker, Qui-Gon's. You know, beating General Anakin Skywalker, that's still a helpful thing. This is looking from a 3v3 analysis. Of course, maybe something like that could be helpful. You know, maybe you could beat some Reva. So the point is, there's still going to be a decent chance of at least beating some other stuff. I wouldn't do a Malgus beer match, but that's kind of irrelevant if Jedi Cal Cast is going to be around. So, you know, there's going to be still some things that he might be able to help. You know, beating some Zoris, Captain Rex is running wild out there. If you take a look at some 5v5 stuff, you know, let's take a look at the Galactic Legend. Maybe it's so kind of the same drill. We're not seeing too much of Malgus versus anything unless it's Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. So unfortunately, again, I wish he had maybe, like, it'd be great if he had a very good success rate against Rey. And who knows, maybe as the meta starts changing, people bring Darth Malgus in offense, people start having more tests, and then maybe we'll find something to make it useful up against, like, that'd be great. But right now, it's mostly just a kind of a Darth Malgus, Jedi Master Luke type of counter that exists there. But again, if you take out Galactic Legends and look at other stuff, you know, beating Commander Luke's, a lot of teams can do that. You know, Reva's having another Reva counter, that's not bad. I'll take it. Saves you Traya. So that's, I think, it's probably the best thing I'm seeing is that he seems to be a pretty good counter up against Reva at the end of the day, which is pretty nice. Maybe Jedi to get Skywalker, you know, and a variety of other stuff out there. But it's crazy seeing Traya, 31% win rate, not looking too good. So, you know, got some Maul stuff. So I want to put out there, the day's coming for Darth Malgus' time on defense. Unless something changes with the Sith Empire, it's guaranteed to come to a close on defense. And again, it's nutty. We used to call him the king of Grand Arena. He would determine the wins and losses of Grand Arenas. You either had the counter or you did. You got to throw a Galactic Legend at the guy out there. But the good news is, I suspect he's still going to be a great offensive use to handle a variety of things. With him being such a beefy tank, not a lot of ways of people to handling it. Darth Malgus is just kind of on this like deadline where he's coming to the sun setting on the guy. It's just, I just think it's one of the most bizarre things I've seen when it came to Galaxy of Heroes meta. Usually we see gradual changes of some sort. And I suspect with those Gear 12 requirements, we're going to just probably see the adoption rates at least double the next go around, and then keep doubling, then eventually it's going to become as mainstream as a lot of the other Jedi Knight Revens and other type of characters that we have in games. Just the Kyrotech and the farming shards, the big barrier of entry, but especially going to 2024, the time's coming for Darth Malgus. And I just thought I'd just share with you guys this. I'm mostly just baffled that the time finally came. It's like, I don't want to use him on defense. He's just giving free wins, too easy of a win. You know, maybe there's a strategy where you, all right, you got to use Cal here, and then maybe that makes it complicated for somewhere else. But Cal is so flexible. He can be used in so many different areas of the game. It's one of the craziest things that I've seen with the Grand Arena metas. But you know, I hate being the bearer of bad news, though. I really do. This is one of the most beloved characters of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And I'm hoping, despite Jedi Cal being a jerk, dunking on the guy, I'm really hoping that we could still find some good uses from him. At the end of the day, though, I think Reva, having another counter for Reva, if she does show up on defense, even though Trey kind of scared her off a little bit, you know how it is, I'm hoping we can still get some good use out of the guy. So I want to just remind you guys, it's probably not hitting you yet. So enjoy your Darth Malgus while you can on defense. Keep getting those Grand Arena wins while you can, but the time is coming. It's the beast. It's coming at you. It's like the rolling ball coming for Indiana Jones. You got to keep on running. Enjoy it while you can. But nonetheless, I enjoyed my time with you guys today. Leave that like, comment down below, subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And baby, always remember how it's great to be in the Empire today. Ooh, baby. Rest in peace, Darth Malgus. I really feel bad for the guy. All right, anyways, goodbye.
Oh, it's great to be in the Empire today. The sun never sets.